I've built an international real estate team, and what's next in my real estate journey? For those of you who are following along the channel, or maybe you're new, came across this and you wonder what I mean by international real estate team, well, I'm going to share more about that right here in this video and what it is I'm building and what the vision for that is going forward. And it's my hope that in sharing that perhaps you can find where your vision is going to be from this point onward in your real estate journey ahead. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Tyler Roicki. I help people build income and wealth in real estate, and I run an international real estate team at eXp Realty. If you get any value whatsoever out of this video, all I'd ask is that you like, comment, and hit that subscribe button so that I can continue to share more tips and resources with you on the journey ahead. And with that in mind, let's dive into the video. So I'm gonna break down over the next few minutes where I'm at in my real estate journey today, where I'm going from this point on, how I'm gonna get there, and what it means for this channel if you're gonna follow along the journey, which I highly recommend you do. You're gonna get a lot of value, at least that's my goal for you, for absolutely free, by the way. So that brings me to okay, where am I at in the industry today? Well, I just had my 8-year anniversary as a licensed real estate agent, and I spent the first few years primarily focused on doing sales, helping buyers, sellers, investors navigate the world of real estate as we do as real estate agents. And along the way, I found that I really had a calling for helping other real estate professionals level up, build their incomes, build their lives in real estate. And I'm very blessed to have found a way to actually do it to a point where it actually makes financial sense to have a business around that. So fast forward to today, and actually there was a shift I made about 3 years ago. I made a shift intentionally to focus more on the agent and team building side of the business, meaning instead of spending my days out in the trenches helping buyers, sellers, investors, I started to spend more of my time helping real estate agents grow and develop. And it's paid off in a very big way because there's been a lot of growth. And so there's a couple of key things I do. I run an international real estate team, and that's something that I launched with a partner of mine about 3 years ago. And it started with just me and him. And today we are 100 team members strong in about 30 states, closing in on about $200 million in sales volume per year. And that's 3 years into this journey. And so that's among all the agents in production. Most of them actually started in real estate with us, and there's a few that we found along the way who are already in the business, but they're doing more with us now. And so it's very exciting, and that's my primary thing. On top of that, I run a broader real estate sales organization, meaning there's more people in that, but that's at this point in time over 250 agents across my organization in 35 states, 1 province, and I've got about 5 more states coming on here within the next month or 2. So that's growing and expanding as well. And among all those agents, a lot of them are very early on in their real estate journeys. There's a few in the mix that have been in the business 10, 20 plus years, but a lot of them are relatively young on this journey in real estate. And so in particular, I bring a lot of value for those agents just because I can firsthand relate to that, going back my past few years in the business, getting started in the industry, whatnot, and just knowing how to navigate it in the modern world. And you know, among the agents at this point in my group, there's about 4 that are icon agents, which in the context of where I operate my real estate business, that's synonymous with top producer. And there's not really a dollar threshold in it on that, although icon level production tends to be clearing about the $250,000 a year in gross commission threshold and beyond. So I've got 4 people that have achieved that in my group so far, and many more that are very much on track to do so. So that number should be increasing, but I'd estimate about 20 6-figure earners in my group, potentially a little more than that. And again, these are people relatively early on in their real estate career. So bottom line is, I don't just say I help people build income and wealth in real estate, I actually do it. And there's a ton of opportunity behind that. I really believe in the value that myself, my partners, my company bring to the table and how I can help navigate it. But that leads me to where I'm going from here. And actually backing up real quick, so how did I build an international real estate team? Well, that might be a whole class and lesson in of itself, but to put it very concisely, it's all about building community. I'm very blessed to be a part of a community that helped me get started in real estate. And along the way, I grew and progressed and became a leader within that community for others who are on the same journey. And so I've had the opportunity to start building out a community more so on the real estate brokerage side of things, helping people that were in my shoes essentially, on the same pathway forward, and being someone who helped navigate it and shorten the learning curve for people coming down that same path that I went down and found success in. So that's what it is. It's all about building a culture, a community, and having a way to connect with people who you can help with that next step in the process. So that's how I've done that over the course of time, and that's something I'm going to continue to build upon with people who are part of that community who I can bring that value to the table with. So beyond that, from this point onward, my biggest priorities are helping the people that I have the opportunity to work with grow and scale their production business, and ultimately their real estate business if they seek to grow and scale that beyond their own production, which you would do if you were gonna launch a team at any point, or even go out and build your own brokerage. That's the kind of people I'm helping with on that side of things as well. And so there's really three big priorities I'd say going forward with what I'm building. First and foremost, focusing on those who just wanna build that production to a really high level. So specifically, my target's to get to a point where I've got 100 icon agents on my team. So I want to help 100 people build their production to icon level performance, which I already mentioned what that would entail. I'm talking roughly $250,000 plus gross commission income, and helping 100 agents do that, which among 100 agents doing that kind of performance, that would be closing in on about $1 billion in sales volume, potentially more between all of them. But I want to help 100 people collectively do $1 billion per year in real estate sales volume. And I'm thinking between the people that don't quite hit that performance, and maybe they're happy clearing 6 figures a year in income or whatever they end up doing, but can probably help another group of people, probably larger than 100 on top of that, also achieve $1 billion in annual sales volume. So that's what I'm thinking and focused on for my team, and really building it out with those who are really hungry and want to make it happen. And then the second focal point, I guess you could say, is to build out my sales organization from where it is today, 250 plus agents, to 7,500 agents across all 50 states and far beyond. What am I saying? I don't particularly care how many countries that would entail, but it's going to go beyond the United States. It might be in 5, 10, maybe 20 countries. We'll see where it ends up, but I'm not so much concerned about that as the impact it's going to make for agents all across the board, and just giving them more of an opportunity. And I don't know how that sounds if you're hearing that, if it sounds crazy, like, wow, that's a lot of people. It is a lot of people, and I firmly believe the impact that not just myself, but leaders who are developing in my group can make, and really make a difference for people that are in this business and want to achieve more with it. But third focal point is, well, what do you do with that success? I mean, for me, the biggest thing is what it means for others, but on my side of things, that does entail financial success. And so my third focal point with that is to take as much of my earnings as possible and put it towards investments. And my focal point is real estate. It's what I know, it's what I'm knowledgeable about. And so building out my real estate investment portfolio and really creating a situation of financial freedom, not just from what I do on the team building side of things or organization building, but also what I do to solidify it all with real estate. And I think it sets a good example on top of that. That's just an added bonus too, but not only is it a good thing financially, but when you're in a position of leadership, I think it's important to be setting an example that others can follow in your footsteps to also achieve those same kind of milestones of financial freedom, for instance. So those are the three things as far as where I'm going from this point on. How I'm going to get there now, with my team in particular, just with a lot of the ways that I have the ability to reach people, it's going to be to double down on video. I'm already doing a lot, as you might notice here with the channel, but literally doubling down from probably what you've even seen up to this point. Also doubling down on relationships and communities, the communities I'm a part of. And that's such a powerful thing to do if you want to grow and scale your business. Like, where are you spending your time connecting with people? What are you doing to build relationships and the highest quality and caliber relationships within that group? Go where your people are, go where the people you want to work with are, and spend some more time with them, making connections, building relationships. So those are the two things as far as how I'm going to build the team out from this point on and reach more people that really got that hunger, want to build that production to that kind of scale. It's doubling down on video and doubling down on relationships and being active within the communities that can happen within. As far as my organization, to grow from 250 agents to 7,500 plus agents across the map, it's going to be a focus of developing the leaders in my organization, because all that growth is not going to happen with just what I do. It's going to be mostly based on what the leaders in my group go out and do, because I can help them grow and scale, and they can build their own group within that. So really focusing on figuring out who the leaders are and helping them grow and get to their next goal with it. And also kind of going hand in hand with that, attracting leaders into my organization, people that have already led in various aspects of the real estate business, and bringing them into the fold and helping them achieve more and unlock more opportunity with the opportunity that I operate within. And so those are the two ways that I'm going to go from 250 agents to 7,500 plus agents over the next few years. And then as far as the third goal, how I'm going to get there with investments, I know I didn't really specify a number. I'll save that for another time, but I do have a clear idea of where I'm going with that. But to get there, it's going to be to build the income from my main business and invest a strong portion of it into assets. At this point in time, I'm investing 20% of my income off the top into my account that goes towards investments. So there's cash accumulating for the next purchase. But over the course of time, I have a thought that that's going to increase. The percentage is going to increase with my increase in income, because my goal is not to increase my lifestyle. Like, there's certain aspects, certain nice things I like, but the primary thing is how I can take a bulk of that increased income and put it back into the big goal with the long-term investing in real estate. So that's how I'm going to get there. And it's just that third thing, it's having the discipline to stick with it and do it every single time, not deviate from the plan, not make any exception, but just like clockwork, set a goal and follow through with the percentage with every income payment that comes in. And then ultimately, what's it all mean for the channel, right? And so my plan is to share more insight into what I'm doing to build all of this, to reach these milestones, especially around building real estate sales production. So there's going to be a lot of times where I'm sharing content on here that it would speak equally to anyone I'm personally working with in my group and organization. And so, just really sharing as much as I can to help the people following along here get more production done, have more of what they need, regardless of where they're at in their current scenario, regardless of what their current help and support looks like. I want to provide something in the way of that, and also something that will simultaneously help the people I'm working with. And there's more I do on top of the YouTube, just to be clear, to help and support there, but just to put something out there that can reach more people and make an even bigger impact. And perhaps that will start some conversations as it does, but that's part of how my business grows as well, as there's new connections made, and then sometimes it leads to me being able to help someone beyond just what I post on the channel here. Beyond that, team and organization building, it's more insight into that as well, and then also what I'm personally doing to invest in real estate and assess stuff. So there hasn't been a ton of videos where I've broken down the investment side of the business here yet, but I do plan to share more in terms of that, as far as the thought process, even the benefits of investing in real estate, and kind of what to look at besides some of the basic stuff you hear about, like cash flow, and there's more to it than that. But I'm gonna be sharing more here on the channel as well, and then probably from time to time some of the fun experiences I'm having. I travel a solid amount throughout the year. A lot of it is related to real estate and business, and I am getting on the ground with my team, with leaders all across the map in real estate, and it's a fun time when we get together. You know, there's a lot of masterminding and learning and networking, but also a lot of fun. And so that's what to expect more of on the channel, somewhat documenting the process of going from where things are at today to where the vision is going forward. And my biggest hope is that if you're following along, if you've been watching some of my videos, I hope that you'll be a part of that journey. And I hope that I can bring some value to the table for you that will help you move the needle forward in your life. And so that's my goal, that's my intention. So do this. Actually, two things. For one, if there's anything I can possibly do to help you where you're at right now on your journey in real estate, whatever your goal is, whether your goal is to build and increase your production-based income, or if you're someone who's thinking about how you can build your own real estate team or organization, something bigger than yourself in your own production, regardless where you fall within those two categories, I've got something I can share. I've got some insight I can provide, and I'd love to know how I can help you get to that next point. So if that's a thought on your mind, go ahead and send me an email. You'll find that in the description below, as well as some other resources. But even beyond that, if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that I can continue to share more about what's happening on the journey ahead and provide you with more insights on how I'm getting to where I'm going, so that hopefully you can take some pieces of that and go and apply it to build your own dream in your own life in real estate. And so all that being said, thank you so much for watching the video. I truly do appreciate it. And until next time, I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.